Broadcasting live worldwide.
Good morning, everyone, and happy April 1st, 2022. Boy, it has been already, 24, 48 hours, and I'm grateful for no pain, no problems, no issues yet. I say yet because, quite honestly, when you have kidney stones and you haven't passed a stone and you go 2 days without pain, it's a great feeling to have no pain, but the reality is it will come, and you just don't know when. And I'm hoping it's not today. I'm hoping that today is a great day for many people, because today's April Fool's Day. I wish I could say that my kidney stone was an April Fool's joke, but it's not. I wish I could say that I could pull a fast one on all of you, but I'm not going to do that today. Instead, we're going to take a little bit of a step back and talk about something great, something about a celebration that occurred this past week that I would like to acknowledge. I'd like to send a warm wishes and a beautiful celebration to Mandy, Mo, and Erin, who got engaged this past week. I'm so happy to be your friends, and I'm so honored to be in your presence. Today's episode is called Random Acts of Kindness, and I dedicate it to Erin and Mandy Mo. Have faith, let it begin. Friday edition, April 1st, starts right now.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Ariel, can you say have faith?
Again.
Let it begin?
Again.
Say have faith.
Again.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay.
It's a boy.
Hi, Noah.
Noah!
Oh,
Jesus.
Happy birthday, Noah!
Caitlin,
You did amazing.
you just put those back in.
Noah. Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin. I'm going to get right into it. It's a celebration, and Random Acts of Kindness is today's title. Just this past couple of weeks ago, one of my colleagues who struggles walking and needs a cane, and sometimes a cane and use of a walker, was having trouble coming out of a supermarket. And as she was putting items into her car, a stranger who had been sitting there reached out to her and said, "If you don't mind, I'd like to assist you with some of your items and put them in. I'm waiting for my wife." And she replied, "Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it." It was a very cold day. So he was very kind enough to put some of the groceries away for her. He also was able to put things in the car, and allowed her to get into the vehicle so she could warm up while doing that. While this was happening, in the gentleman's mind, which we find out later, is that he just felt as if something had called upon him to help her further. So he asked if it was okay if he could follow her home. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a little weird and suspicious. My colleague was like, I'm okay. He says, "Well, listen, I'm not going to get out of the car. I just want to make sure you get home okay." And she thought about it for a few minutes and decided that she would do that. The gentleman walked a drive home with his wife, who eventually came out, and they made sure that she was able to get all her packages to the front door. He backed off and then proceeded to provide her with a phone number and said, "Listen, if there's ever a time that you need anything, feel free to please give us a call. We're retired and we'd love to help." Now, in a perfect world, we would sit back and say, "Wow." But let's be honest. I hate to bring this up, but we have to bring it up. We don't know what sometimes people's intentions can be. And that's a distraction for many of us, and quite honestly, we have to think that way because there's a lot of people that do have ill intentions. But aside from that, there are also so many people with great intentions that are trying to do their best to help pay it forward. This person eventually was called by my colleague and with a thank you, and to which he replied, "If you ever need anything, please just let us know. Even if you're going to go to the supermarket, we'll just meet you there and at least make sure you get your items in your car. We don't have to follow you home." Random acts of kindness are one of the most beautiful things. And how do I segue that into Mandy, Mo, and Erin? Well, it's quite honestly very simple. You see, these two individuals have come into my life because they have such great big hearts. They give so much to others. They put smiles on others' faces. They entertain us. They provide us with such joy and happiness. And they have a following that is so powerful, positive, and constantly trying to put them, not themselves first, but their followers first. I've seen them do so much charity events. I've seen them do things for others just to keep a smile. You know, when I was hospitalized, Erin reached out to me after I told her to, keep me in prayer. And she kept in my rearview mirror, and so to speak, and constantly called me and made sure I was okay. And not called me, but texted me. And, I've had friends in the past, many years, that didn't even do that. And to have that, it was very special to me. Growing up, I've always believed that doing for others have always been important. I don't know about you, but when I do things for other people, when I, without even thinking, just make things happen, and watching smiles get on people's faces, it brings me such energy, such passion. Sometimes there's so much joy that comes into my heart from doing such good things that I don't know what to do. I just want to keep doing more and more. I wish sometimes that I could win the lottery, not because I want to be rich, but because I want to do so much for so many communities, for so many people in the world today. Sometimes I just wish I can do more. I wish I was able and capable to do more. When was the last time you did something special like that? When was the last time that you found yourself doing something with a random act of kindness? And when you did it, did you feel like you did it because you wanted to? Did you feel like you did it because you needed to? What does random act of kindness mean to you? And what do we do when we hear that? What is the one thing that comes into your mind or your heart when you hear perform a random act of kindness? So here's my challenge to you. It's a Friday. It's April 1st, and no, I don't want you to do it and then take it all back. Forget about this whole April Fool's Day joke. Let's be real. Let us perform one random act of kindness today. Whether that's buying your colleague a lunch when they're in line, whether it's paying for a person ahead of you, or behind you at a toll. It reminds me of a story when I was driving to and from, always back and forth from Rhode Island, and I would drive over the Beacon Bridge. And I always made it a point that when I would go over the Beacon Bridge, that I would pay for the person behind me. And I would always get this cool feeling of watching others get behind me and not know that I'm about to pay for their toll. Well, on one particular event going back to Rhode Island, I saw this car getting behind me, and I could see that the person was struggling to find change. You know how that feels when you are looking for change. And back then it was like $1, I think it was like $1.25 or something like that. And we still had, toll bridge authorities before they went all digital. And I was already going to pay for the individual, but I just was like, wow, I remember those days. So on this particular trip back, I decided that I would pay for double cars. So I sent the toll bridge, which says, I like to pay for myself and the next two cars And the toll bridge person says, I love it. I love it. And I says, can you give them a message? And he says, yes. Tell them I said, God bless you. And he says, I can do that. And he says to me, well, can I say one thing to you? And I said, oh, yeah, sure. What's up? He goes, God bless you, too. I went, oh, man, that's great. And I left. And sometimes the rule is you pay for the car and you just go, right? You don't need to stick around and get the acknowledgement or beep of a horn. It's nice to get it, but you don't need to. You just go. So I paid and I left, and I just went on my way and didn't think to look back because I don't want to get the acknowledgement. But as we were driving and a few minutes had gone by, one of the cars caught up to me. And as they were driving to my right, they honked the horn, and it happened to be that one person that was struggling. And you could see the wave and the smile and the gesture of a thank you. Miles ahead, way miles ahead, I had realized I needed to get gas. And I pulled over into a gas station, and I had seen another car pull up, and the person just smiled at me. And I smiled back. And they just said thank you to me. And I said, you're welcome. And I didn't realize it, but it was that second car. And they must have been going almost in the same direction. But eventually realized it was me. It's moments like that you don't forget. Where are we today with what's good in our hearts? What do we provide ourselves to others? And what can we do to change the world? You have two individuals like Mandy and Erin who just united as one and now have the opportunity to give so much more to each other and others. The Mo Train and Sister Squad have come together and are preparing to just have this amazing journey. The train is set. It's on the tracks. Tickets are sold, but guess what? They're free. Nobody knows where the next stop is going to be. But one thing is for sure. This train has endless supply of fuel. And it is fueled by the love and joy that they both provide each other. May God be with each and every one of you today, on this Friday. May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His light upon you and grant each and every single one of you peace on earth. And I'm asking all of you to try to do one random act of kindness. Not because I asked you to, but because I know deep down inside you want to. Think about that today. And never forget, have faith, let it begin. This is dedicated to Mandy and Erin. Congratulations. I love you guys. I am so proud of you. And I hope one day I will be there for your special event. God bless. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. You know, we're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.